Richo, we are always giving so many tips, but I think there's actually just 3 really clear, easy ones. You need a good knife, you need a really good non-stick pot, and you need just even a couple of very good soup recipes, and you can get away with a lot with that, don't you think?
Keep it simple, that's what I think.
Keep it nice and simple, just like us. So we've got some Leek just here. Now, another little tip is Leek does get quite dirty, so if you can put it in a bit of water and really almost massage, make sure that you get all of the dirt, nitty-gritty.
I'll make sure there's no nitty-gritty in my Leek.
No nitty-gritty. And you'll notice as well that all I've done is just cut it 4 ways down the middle. It just makes for really easy cutting, which we'll just show you now as well. Now, you'll notice I haven't got any red or white onion on the board here because Leek is from that same family and gives off that same flavour as well. This is when I will pair it with butter.
Oh, yes.
My goodness, does Leek love the butter, doesn't it?
It does.
It just soaks it up, and I do think olive oil just doesn't cut the mustard when we come to this one, so... Now, this pot makes it so easy to know when to cook for the novice cook, especially because there's a thermo signal in the middle that will go nice block red to tell you it's nice, warm, and that's exactly how we want to start cooking our Leek already in a nice hot pan. In we go there.
Okay. I've got the garlic there for you as well.
Lovely, and then we'll add the butter in. So we want to put that one in there. So what we'll do is just have a little stir, and you will know that that smell of Leek and butter together, it fills the whole house. And I think everybody knows when somebody's cooking a soup in the household, and it gives you a nice warm feeling, doesn't it?
It does. Now, I've diced up the celery nice and fine, and you're going to puree this soup at the end, are you?
I am. I'm going to hand blend it. Now, you don't have to. If you are planning on having a bit of a chunk in your soup, which a lot of people like that texture, just make sure you make it nice and fine, else it starts to turn into more of a casserole-y type thing. So we want nice fine dice there, but we will blend this anyway. So in with the celery. I love celery in soup as well. It's a really hydrating vegetable, but it just brings a bit more of a neutral kind of savoury tone, I think, to the soup, which is lovely.
Nice. So these vegetables go really well together. Now, we call it a mirepoix. I would normally have onion in there, but the Leek is fantastic. It's got that beautiful oniony sort of flavour.
So some nice garlic here too, because we can't not have garlic. Antifungal, anti-everything, antibacterial. It's just absolutely wonderful vegetable.
I might put the garlic in next time I wash my socks. That'll get rid of all the fungus, won't it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you keep doing that.
And the potato I'll dice up as well?
Yes, please. So nice small dice with the potato. So we want the potato to be nice and small as well, more so that everything just cooks at the same time. So the last thing we want is a bit of uncooked potato there as well, isn't it?
Slide that over to you.
That's it.
Now, you've got your dried herbs here. I like that.
I have got my dried herbs. Now, again, this is a bit of a tip-heavy one because I do think that soup is... It's a simple thing, but there's a few things that you can get a bit wrong, and I do love using dried herbs in soups. The fresh is great too, but the thing is you don't need to use as much when it's dried. It's really potent, but it does give it that lovely, lengthy flavour. So we got some dried thyme, some oregano, parsley, and rosemary. And you can go heavy on these.
Load it up.
Load it up. I would say you go double with fresh that you do with dry, and a couple of bay leaves as well. This really makes the difference too, don't you think? Now I'm just mixing in the herbs, making sure everything is nicely sweated off before I add the stock. Now I'm going to use just Vegeta stock because I think that actually there's a creaminess to the potato, which is actually starch, which means we don't have to always have cream. So it's a nice vegan version, which is really lovely. So I've got about 4 cups of water here. Now, if you could just open the Vegeta stock there. Now, this is a vegetarian stock. Of course, if you've got chicken, you can use chicken stock.
A couple of tablespoons in there?
A couple of tablespoons. So it's kind of about, for every 2 cups, you want 1 teaspoon, really. So it's quite simple in that way. Nice. Just want to make sure that's all mixed. Yeah, we'll fill all of that up there. Make sure everything is nicely covered. Now, of course, what would a soup be without salt and pepper? Generous amount of pepper, even more generous amount of good quality salt. About 30 to 40 minutes on a nice low simmer. We can go have a cup of tea or do something. I'll go for a run, use some of my energy, and we'll come back and I'll hand blend that one.
I'd love a cup of tea.
Okay. Richo, how easy was that? Let's go off with the heat there.
Minutes, and it's ready to go.
Minutes. Wow. If you've got an easy little hour, it's a nice thing to do, you know, a nice relaxed afternoon. So off with the lid there. So I'm just going to blitz this one while you chop that parsley, and I'm getting you grating the cheese as well, okay?
I can do that for you very easily.
That wasn't healthy enough. Just another little trick is I'm just going to stir through just half a lemon.
Give it some tang, some bite, some acid in there.
Bit of bite.
Some zing.
That's what we like. So we'll just mix that up. Actually, could you just put half of that fresh parsley in here?
In there like that.
That's it. So we'll just stir that one in.
I love that.
And
it gives it a great flavour when you put the parsley in right at the end.
Great flavour. And we're just gonna have a nice, generous, healthy bowl, which is something that I love to do, and just have that purely for dinner. Bit of cheddar cheese.
I'm looking at it thinking that's a real meal. I love my soups really thick. I like the spoon to be able to almost stand up in it. And that's all you need. It's perfect, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You have to be careful when it is really thick like this. It will burn your mouth if you put it straight into your mouth. So let it cool down a little bit, blow on it. Maybe have a cool drink with you just in case.
That is delightful, isn't it?
That's got great flavour. I love the cheese and the herb and the olive oil at the end, but the soup is a standalone cracker. I really, really like that, Rosie. Well done.
I'm just gonna keep eating it.